Hey again everyone, so I'm back with another book tag today, and this is the book cover tag started by Mr. Richard Denny. It's 6 questions all about book covers, so let's get started. I have them all written down so I don't forget any. Number 1, what are your top 6 favourite covers? Okay, the ones that I've chosen aren't in any particular order. They are just favourites that when I was looking through them all they sort of grabbed me. The first one is Slice of Cherry. And because it's white, you might not show up very well on my cam, but Slice of Cherry by Dia Reeves. I love this because it's kind of, you think it's really cute with the little teacups, and then you see like the blood, so it's kind of a mix of cute and creepy. And I haven't read this book yet because I keep wanting to save it and put it back, but from what I've read about the book, it sounds like it suits the book perfectly. So there's that one, and it's I love the font as well, and the like roses on the back, so there's that one. My next choice is The Thorn and the Blossom, a two-sided love story by Theodora Goss, and the reason I chose this is because it's such a unique cover. Okay, so this is basically a box, and then you have E and B, so it's basically Evelyn's story and Brendan's story, and you open it up and you read Evelyn's story all the way to the back, and then you flip it over and you read Brendan's story all the way to the back. And how that's possible is because of an accordion binding, and I've not come across a book that's done this before or since, and I just think it's a brilliant, unique idea, and I don't know why I haven't seen it more, because I think it's bloody brilliant. So for pure genius, that had to go on there. Plus, it's a very pretty, intricate cover, so I chose that one. And I've seen quite a few people choose this, and that's Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendall Blake, and I read this last year and it's one of my favourite books. And I liked the cover before I read it. I thought it was kind of creepy and dark, but I appreciated it more after I read it, because bus going by my window, that's annoying. I appreciated it more because it's so perfect for the book. You know the person that created this cover has really read and understood this book, whereas some covers you read them and you think, why the hell have they put that on there? That's got nothing to do with it. This is perfect. Anna is a ghost and she wears this white dress. She was wearing it when she died. It does drip blood. She's got dark black hair, and the house she haunts is exactly like that. So it's just all round perfect, really. This cover couldn't be any better in my opinion, and the cover for the sequel, Girl of Nightmares, is also looking really awesome. Okay, number 4 is Nevermore by Kelly Cray. Again, one of my favourite books, but I like the cover because the cover models that they've got on here are perfect for the characters in the book, Isabel and Varen. Varen is a goth guy and he's described very much like this, and Isabel is your blonde sort of cheerleader. So got them on there, and on the back she is wearing a dress, but the dress is exactly how one that Isabel wears in the book is described. So again, a perfect cover match. I also really love the cover of The Unbecoming Mara Dyer. It's one of those velvety covers. I love the font, and I love that you can only really see it in the light. I love the really sort of cute way he's holding Mara there, but they're sort of surrounded by this murkiness. I really love this cover. It speaks to my romantic side, and it matches what I'm wearing. So no, I didn't think of that when I chose it, but I love this cover. I love this book, and I was really wary about what the cover of book 2 would be and what it would be called, but I think they've done a really good job on the cover of the second one as well. And my final choice is Hourglass by Mara McIntyre. I love how it looks really simple, and it looks like she's walking towards a door, but when you flip it you see she's actually on the wall walking towards the floor. I think it's a really good like optical illusion, and I love this book, and it's another velvet buttery cover, and yes, she is wearing a dress, but she wears one in the book, so it's fine. So those are my 6 choices. Question 2, what is your opinion on morphed covers? So basically when they change them in a series, so they have one cover for book 1 and then another one. Really? Enough said, really. It bloody pisses me off, and I don't normally use language like that in my videos, but it really does. That relevant cover. Relevant. This is a dystopian series. Why the hell have we got purple and burning leaves and they just stuck a girl on there? I think it's to appeal to the more paranormal readers and try and sucker them into reading it, and I just, pissed me off. Right. How important is the book cover? Let's be honest, everybody likes looking at something that's good, you know. If I go into a bookstore or I'm browsing Goodreads or I'm on Amazon or something, the cover is the first thing you see. That's what makes you click on it or take it off the shelf. If it's a bland, boring cover, you're not going to really notice it unless there's a lot of fuss around it online or something, or people are talking about it. Otherwise you don't really see it, and boring covers just blend in. You don't see them, you don't pick them out. So what could be a really awesome read you won't pick up. It's not the only thing that makes me pick up or finally buy a book, but it is what initially gets me noticing it. So I think it's quite important. For what type of book covers draw you in? I like a variation of book covers. I mean, a lot of the paranormal reads always have sort of dark black covers. I know in the Twilight phase it seemed every single book had a black and purple cover or black and red, and that kind of annoyed me for a while. I was like, well, they all look the same. So I kind of like bright covers. What else did I write down? I like shiny covers, really bright covers like Anna and the French Kiss. Even though it's a contemporary, I love how bright it is, and even though it's a cheesy cover, I can't help but love it, and I love that it's got a gorgeous purple hardcover as well. Sometimes those intricate covers like Thorn and the Blossom that I showed you. Also, I like relevant covers, but you don't really know that they're relevant until you sort of start reading the book or something. So that leads me on to question 5. What are your book cover pet peeves? Like a lot of people, I'm sick of seeing the girl in dresses. So you have like Carry the Mark, and probably like the most well-known ones are like the Fallen books. I haven't read Carrier of the Mark, but I have read Fallen, and the dress is completely irrelevant. So that's another pet peeve. I hate covers that are irrelevant. Like, she's wearing this dress, and this book takes place in sort of a juvenile detention centre, and never once does she wear a dress. So why does she need to wear a dress on the cover? That genuinely leaves me astounded. Like, why do that? I don't get it at all. Whereas Hourglass and even in Mara Dyer, dresses are worn, so it kind of makes more sense for them to have a dress on the cover, not in this. And like Anna dressed in blood, relevant cover, that basically epitomizes the whole of that book on that cover. This doesn't. So yeah, that annoys me. Do you like short descriptions or long ones? I don't like long descriptions because it takes all the fun away from reading and discovering that book for yourself. I don't want the book summarised on the back cover. I want it on the shorter side, but I want it to like sort of intrigue me and raise questions. So I like to know where it's set, who it's about. If you know, get a feel for the book. Is it dystopian? Is it historical? what's happening. Is there action or is it romance? I want it summed up in that way, but I don't want the whole plot line plastered on the back of the book. This isn't too bad. Like Fallen's isn't too bad compared to some. Let's see. Yeah. Like, I don't like it on the back either, where they just have a quote from someone. But you see, Hourglass has got quite a long description on the inside flap. That's too long, in my opinion. It needs to be much shorter than that. Like that. Like, Mara dies. Oh, there. It's just like 3 tiny, tiny little paragraphs, like of 4 lines each. So that's, for me, is like the perfect length. It sets up the mystery. I know who's narrating it, what's going on. So yeah. Thank you, Richard, for creating this great tag, and thanks for watching, everyone, and happy reading.